Hello, and welcome back to another edition of the Mediq Floor plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about joist removal, selective joist removal. I think we actually covered this previously in one of the videos, but I just wanted to dive into a little bit further and discuss some updates I've made to this feature. But before we even get into that, I'm going to drag this browser window over here real quick. And I pulled up the SketchUp forums, forums.sketchup.com. So just a couple things I wanted to note to everybody. If you jump here into the SketchUp forums and go ahead and click this replies section, a little tab here up top, this will then list everything by the amount of replies it's received. And you're going to notice right off the bat that Mediq Wall and Mediq Truss are like number 2 and 3 in the forum as far as replies. And so what I'm pointing out here, not so much that they have a lot of replies, is that I would really like to show people that there's kind of like a breadcrumb trail for each one of these plugins that I post to, not quite on a daily basis, but fairly regularly. So if you really want to follow the updates and get the latest news on each plugin, the SketchUp forums, of course, my own forum on my website is there as well. I post to that equally, but this here is also available. And so if you want to get updates on the Mediq Floor plugin, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see it's right here. And then you'll see that I've just released an update here tonight as well, version 1.02b. So yeah, you can follow along basically all the discussion. There's a lot of input from other users as well that discuss things that they want to see happen within the plugins. Anyways, just want to put that out there, make people aware of it. Another thing too is I'm going to go to my website and I'm going to go to the Floor plugin page. So each extension, let's go to the resources tab first actually. If you go to the resources tab, which is right here, this tab at the top of the screen, you will then see a web page for each extension. Right now, of course, we currently have 3 extensions that are in active development. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Mediq Floor. And the thing you'll notice here, it has a little bit of blurb about the thing, but the important point, I think, is under the table of contents of the video tutorials, which takes you directly to the section here, which shows all the tutorials on YouTube for the extension. And then just below that, you'll see what's called the update section. And every extension will have a change log, right? And this is kind of like the forum, but much more concise. So if you really want to just drill down and figure out, okay, what features have been added recently, here is where you're going to find that. And that's in the change log for each extension. So every extension on each of their web pages, for instance, the wall plugin here, you can click on the updates here section, and then it'll take you right to the updates, and then just click the change log. And you'll see here we've got basically a full listing of every single update that's ever been made to this extension, right? It's pretty extensive now. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. You've got the YouTube videos all listed. You've got the change logs. And of course, you have the SketchUp forums. Again, go to forums.sketchup.com. Just click replies. And you can quickly pull up the wall, the truss, foundation, electrical, and the floor. All right. Okay, enough of that. Let's jump back over to SketchUp, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on a grid with the Project Plugins Grid tool. So I'll just do that real quick here. Okay, and I'm going to just draw a quick floor. So let's see here. Just leave it at the defaults. I have the sheathing turned off so we can see all the joists and stuff. That's fine. I'm just going to make this, I don't know, 24 by 28 is fine, just something simple here. Okay, so here we go. We got a typical I-joist floor. Right, so if you go in and edit this now, let's edit this floor, and as I've shown before, I think in other videos, we can go here to remove joists, and let's go ahead and let's remove the 3rd joist, right? So I'll go ahead and hit update there. And you see that disappears. Okay. So what I've actually added in is one additional thing with removing joists, and that gives you a little bit more granular control. And basically, if we stagger these joists now, then I'm going to put them every 8 feet, for instance, a little short, but that's fine. So that'll basically create a staggered joist situation. as shown here now. Okay, so basically we've got a 24-inch overlap with basically a 8-foot max joist length, right? Okay, so as you can see, it's taken care of that third line of joists and removed it as we had previously specified. But now there will be situations where you may want to remove just one specific joist out of one of these lines, right? So let's go and take a look at this. Let's see if we can do that. So basically we've got, let's try removing from the 6th line here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to, let's just start with 6, right? So it'll take care of all the joists that are in that 6th line or 6th row. But let's say we want to remove the 2nd joist from the 6th line, okay? So the way to do that, and I kind of feel like this is backwards with the way I have these numbering set up, but I may get some more feedback on that. Okay, so you can see what I've done here, right? I've put in 2-6. So what that's done is saying, okay, in the 6th row, the 2nd joist, and basically we're coming from the left, right? That's always a starting point. The 2nd joist, remove the 2nd joist in the 6th row, okay? And of course we could remove any one of these. I mean, you know, we could say let's remove the 1st and the 2nd joist in the 6th row. And we'd eliminate things by commas, right? So let's go ahead and do that, right? So you can see we can be very selective here, right? We can essentially remove any one of these joists in this staggered array of joists that we like using this methodology, which gives you some very granular control. Now, people ask, well, why would you want to remove a joist out of the middle of things? Okay, that's a good question, and there is a reason for this. So just recently, a user showed me a plan where they kind of an L-shaped plan, and you end up kind of with some tails left over from these cut joists where you have an L-shaped floor plan. And so, you know, those are kind of not needed, and so there's one way, and this allows you now to remove those. So it just gives you further granularity as far as controlling what joists you want to remove. And specifically, this is for removing those joists within a staggered joist array like this. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Again, I've been putting out a lot of little updates on the floor plugin and also updates with the opening tool. So we've still got a few more to bring on. But yeah, sometimes I bring out these updates probably quicker than I should, but it's just kind of a matter of expediency, and different users have different requests, and I want to get those out to them as quickly as possible so they can complete their projects. So anyways, again, guys, thank you for your feedback, and I'm always hoping to get more and to make these plugins just that much better. All right, we'll talk to you later.